I'm joined by Ryan Baum, CEO of Wolvereye. Ryan, thanks for joining me today. Why don't we start with a little introduction about Wolvereye and what it is that you do?
Sure. Thanks so much for having me today. So what we do is we specialize in, of course, it's marketing research, but we have a very specialized practice, which is psychological science research. And so, of course, many of the things that we're doing is, we're understanding how people think, feel, and behave the way that they do about things. And so, I would say that a large percentage of the work that we do is with very large organizations, and then a smaller percentage are with psychologists within the field of psychology. So we have a number of different psychological science-based approaches that we leverage here. And so, a number, our clients, we have many clients, but just off the top of my head, I mean, we work, a lot with companies like Diageo, Unilever, um, uh, Johnson and Johnson, and CNN, and many more. So, and I guess the best way to think about it, or at least the way that we think about it, is there's really two sides to research. There's the behavioral side, and what we mean by it may be a little bit different than what we're used to hearing in our in the insights world. Because what we mean by it is what does it actually happen behaviorally in the marketplace, and then on the flip side to that coin is what is driving people psychologically, and that's our focus. And so that's what we do here.
Great. And you've been working with the report automation team here at Indico Labs now for a while. It would be really interesting to hear a little bit about what it is that you were looking for support with when you originally got in touch with us.
Got it. Yeah. So our teams, we would just spend a lot of time. A big part of what we do here is making the slides and the presentation. We don't only want it to look nice, but we want it to look perfect.
Mhm.
And matching, for example, colors with specific brands, and there's just a lot that goes into it. And also, from the statistical side, and so our slides at Wolvereye are very unique. It's something that, at least I haven't seen from any other company. And so, with what we do here, there's just a lot of, yeah, well, before we started automating it, there was a lot of manpower that went into it.
Mm,
Changing bars a certain color, and in any given slide, for example, we could have 100 different bars, um, and adding the statistical significance, and and a lot of it is Excel work too.
mm.
So what we did is we automated all of it, and so all we have to do is send a simple spreadsheet to you guys, and within 24 hours we have x number of slides, however many slides it is. It's all automated. And so it just saves us a lot of time, money, and it is more accurate because uh there isn't as much human error.
Mm.
So it just automates it. And there's just many things that technology could do better than humans today. And the this definitely falls under that umbrella. So
The time elements really, I mean, we hear it a lot from our customers around the reason they're coming to us in the first place is to save time, especially in a market where recruitment is difficult at the moment. And I guess for you as well, it's interesting to hear that you talk about it saving you money, but I guess that time element of it is really interesting for me. So before you started working with us, your team was manually producing all of these reports, and I've seen them. They're very detailed. I can't imagine moving those because everything's ordered in a specific way and then
right.
colored in a specific way. That must have taken you hours before compared to like how long does it take you now?
Let's say that it took 10 hours. I'm just throwing numbers out there, but let's say that it took 10 hours to do a slide, or to do a number of slides. It probably saves us 8 hours. It might take us 2 hours now instead of that 10.
Mm.
So it does save us a lot of time, and again, it's more accurate. It's more accurate. So
Yeah, that's a pretty big jump still, isn't it? And then on top of that, as you said, the accuracy part of it, there's no need to basically go through and double check everything, which is often the forgotten time-consuming element of report production.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
I guess, I mean, this might be a difficult question to answer, but what would that mean for you at Wolvereye and your clients? What do you do with that additional time that you get back?
So, I mean, there's a number of things that we do with it. One is, well, there's, of course, the big part to research is reporting the findings, but then there's also what are you going to do with these findings? And in any given project, you could spend an infinite number of hours looking at different data cuts, and just really reading the data in different ways to understand what could be done with this data. And now it allows our team to focus on that more. And that is what is the most important thing to our clients is, okay, what are we going to do with this data now? How are we going to, in our area of psychological science, how are we going to motivate, persuade, influence people to do specific things, or behave in specific ways? And again, in any given project, we could spend months on just thinking about all the different ways that, to make the data come out of any given project actionable. And now we're able to spend more time doing that. And then also, on the aside from that, of course, we're able to, reach out to, focus on more, new business development, for example, just keeping up with the new companies in any given space is just time consuming. And um, I'm sure there's companies that do this better than we do, but just trying to, at the end of the day, we want to just reach out to anybody and everybody who we feel that could possibly benefit from working with us. And it's not always easy to stay on top of the market. So now we have more time to focus on that. And so again, I wish we had more time to do that, but so, but yeah, it does free up time to do many other things. So
That's great. It's always the way. Right? You even though you can save loads of time, you always wish that you had more. Definitely.
yeah.
Well, it's really good to hear. It sounds like it's giving you a lot of time back to allow you to focus on other meaningful parts of your business. Um, if anyone wanted to get in touch with you, I guess I can put your email and maybe your contact to LinkedIn in the notes below the video.
Yeah, please do. Yep, absolutely. Thank you.
Great
That would
stuff.
be
Well,
great.
thanks for talking to me today, Ryan.
All right. Thank you, Adam.